What up, HyperChange? Welcome to another episode. Today we potentially have our biggest moonshot ever. I am trying to get on the Tesla Q1 2018 conference call that is happening next week, and I need your guys' help. The Tesla earnings call is a fascinating discussion that happens once every 3 months where investors, typically reserved to analysts and bankers, call into the call analyzing Tesla's quarterly financial statements. They're able to ask questions to Elon Musk, JB Straubel, Deepak Anuja, I hope I'm saying that right, the CFO, the CEO, and the CTO of Tesla directly and get their answers. I always make episodes covering Tesla's conference calls. It's one of my most watched content on YouTube. And last quarter, I tried to dial into the call because shout out, a HyperChanger told me, Gally, like, why aren't you on the Tesla call? Like, you have so many ideas and questions that we would love to hear answered. I, was ready. I was going to dial in. And then as the call happened last quarter, I realized there was nowhere to even dial into the conference call. Typically for companies, there's a number where you can dial in and get in a queue to get in line to try and ask a question. But Tesla is so popular that they don't even have that. So the only way that I know to get on the call is to reach out to the IR team at Tesla and ask them specifically. Now, why do I want to get on the call? Why does this matter? A, because I'm just mostly super frustrated with all of the questions that get asked. I feel like a lot of them are super boring. They're nitpicky things so that, these bankers and analysts can change one cell in their Excel spreadsheet to tweak their model here or there. These aren't questions that are involving investors and the public's perception of the Tesla story. And I think that I could add a ton of value. I already have a bunch of questions that would add a ton of context to the Tesla story. I have this whole channel on Tesla. You guys, my subscribers, have watched millions of minutes of content on strictly Tesla alone, receiving hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views. So I really just want to give a voice to the retail investors of Tesla and the HyperChange subscribers. And I think by putting me on the call, that could give the opportunity for, all these people who love Tesla, are fans of the company, have put their capital into it to get the questions that they want answered, asked. So I just think this could be a super epic moment. I've been on conference calls before. I've been on the Where Food Comes From conference call, the Jones Soda conference call. So I know the drill. I know how to do it. Those are super tiny companies, nothing like what Tesla is. But the point is, I've been on conference calls before. I have questions ready to go. So how are we going to do this? The way I scheme this up is we need to reach out to Tesla and let them know that you guys want HyperChange on the call. Tesla has an email, ir@tesla.com, where we can reach out to the company and request that I can ask a question on the call. So for those of you guys who are lazy, I drafted up a template email, kind of the gist of what I'm going for here, which is Martin, who is the head of investor relations at Tesla. Hey, Martin. My name is blank HyperChange subscriber. I've been a Tesla shareholder for blank years and own blank shares. I'm sending this message to strongly encourage you to allow Galileo Russell, the founder of HyperChange, to ask a question on the upcoming Q1 2018 earnings conference call. HyperChange is an independent financial media startup that covers Tesla and offers unique insight and analysis into your business. HyperChange has demonstrated a thorough understanding of Tesla and will be a value add to the dialogue on your upcoming earnings discussion. Additionally, allowing HyperChange to participate in the call will give retail investors a voice in the company that they love and have chosen to allocate capital towards. Best regards. Yeah. So, you guys can send whatever email you want to IR at Tesla. I ask that you CC me and include the amount of shares you own, because I'm going to be building a Google Doc spreadsheet that anonymously lists how many shares the HyperChangers own who have emailed Tesla, so we can see sort of like how much clout we have. I don't know. I'm just super curious to get data on that. If you guys are Tesla investors and you want to see me ask a question on the call, then, go for it. This is our chance. The probability of this working, I've talked to a couple people who are way more in the know than me and have a lot more experience, is basically 0%, but I still think there's a chance that we can pull it off. Tesla is this company that's going against the fossil fuel industrial complex, such an inspiring story of David versus Goliath, and I just feel like it's so, kind of like confusing and ironic that on their conference calls, they only allow bankers to get in. Retail investors don't have a voice. These bankers are asking questions that nobody cares about. They don't love the company. They haven't done as much research as me on the company. I don't know. I've just been really disappointed with the quality of questions on the conference call. And I also just feel like, give the little guy a shot. Tesla's all about disrupting industries, smashing the norms, delivering customers the best product possible. And I think if they want to deliver their investors the best best conference call possible. They should give retail investors a voice, and I think HyperChange can fulfill that need. Let's give it a shot. Anyway, I can't wait to see if this works or not. At least we're gonna try it. We'll see what happens. If you guys have questions that you want me to ask on the conference call, shoot me an email, galileorussell@gmail.com. I want to know everything you guys want to know. And that is the other huge component of this that I think Tesla should take into consideration. It's not just me asking a question to fiddle one cell on my spreadsheet. I want to take the ideas of as many HyperChange subscribers as possible and pick the best ones to get these answered. Sort of like a crowdsourced question from Tesla fans and retail investors on the conference call. I just think it would be such an amazing story to actually see this go down. So it's worth a shot. HyperChange trying to come out with our own moonshot here. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Please support. The sample email will be in the description here, so you guys can just copy and paste it and send it that easy. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Have an epic weekend. Peace.